Today we're gonna talk about updates, because look, it's a bunch of different stuff, and travel, specifically my Japan trip. Yay. So, wanted to go over the biggest change in here, which you guys can probably notice, my room. I completely changed my room, and now I'll be recording in here because it's going to be a lot easier to organize everything, light everything a little bit better, and not bother everybody in my house, which I just felt terrible when I was recording videos like random hours of the night. So I've moved it downstairs where it's part my guest room and then part my YouTube room. So welcome to my forest. Since I love the woods, but I live in Florida, so our woods are more Everglades and they're not as thick as this. Look at this. Yeah, you know you like it. But I wanted to make a room that was a little more comfortable, and it's just all around a lot easier to keep everything that I have to either talk about, especially when I do reviews for smaller things and whatnot. It's just so much better if I want to have multiple cameras and other people in here to record. So welcome to my new YouTube room. That's the biggest update right now, which means I will also be doing more vlog style videos. So if you guys want to hear about something in particular, be sure to comment on the section below, since I would love to do more of these because these are fun. Plus I can get into being more comfortable in front of the camera, which is always a plus. The other thing I wanted to talk about was travel. So I love travel, and as much as I can travel, I mean, which is great, I'm very lucky I can. Next week I'm going to be taking pretty much the trip of my life that I've been wanting to do this since I was a little kid, and now that it's actually happening, I am scared but happy. I mean, it's one of those, like, I don't know if I can handle it, but at the same time I'm gonna have to, because hey, I fly out to Japan next week. And this has just, it's coming so fast, which is great, but it's one of those, like, I need to make sure I have everything. I mean, I've never been there, and it's one of those, like, one of our friends has, but none of us speak the language, and I'm just pretty much relying on my iPhone for all the translation stuff and just trying to read as much about the culture and make sure I'm not being rude when I'm there, because that is a big thing. When I travel, I try to make sure that I am not rude in someone else's country. So a lot of things that I want to go over, and the biggest thing is make sure that I know how to use the JR pass and take the correct trains to go to the correct places, because it's not like I can just take a taxi and go to the next town and it's all fine. So a lot of learning, and I'm very happy. I'm going to be going with friends, which is, they're excited to go. They've never been, aside from one of them. And the other thing that I'm excited to try, which is also kind of why I'm a little nervous about it, I always stay either with friends or I stay at a hotel when I travel. And this time we're staying with a company called Airbnb. Airbnb is kind of like a home away from home, which actually that's another company, which is a place where you can stay at people's apartments or houses, and they rent it out for you, which is awesome. And the nice thing is it's a lot cheaper. It's a bit more affordable in the long run to stay in other people's houses. Plus the great thing about that is you get to stay in houses that are very much from the country, and they're set up like, I mean, it's someone's home, so you get to see everything that is very much from Japan, which I'm excited about that stuff. Because when you stay at a hotel, I mean, especially if you stay at like an American chain, you're gonna get a lot of American things inside of it. But I rather stay somewhere where I am forced to learn things, and it's more of an experience. It's not just I'm dumping off my stuff at the hotel and then I'm leaving. I mean, why not make it a fun to do? So Airbnb, I will see how much I like this. I am like crossing my fingers that it's not a nightmare and we get there and it's just like, oh wow, why did I do this? But we're going to be staying in Tokyo for a week, and then the other week we're going to be staying in Kyoto, which will actually be really nice. One's going to be an apartment and the other one's going to be a house. We have so much stuff planned. I plan on eating everything. I mean, it's just, I adore so much fish. That fish of any kind is just heaven for me. So I can't wait to try all this stuff. I don't care if it looks weird. I don't care if I don't even know what it is. I just want to eat it. So I'm going to be taking video and pictures. I mean, my friends are terrified of me because I am literally going to just walk around like a camera. GoPros here and stuff here and whatnot and everywhere. I mean, I have to be careful not to offend the amount of cameras I'm going to have on me, because I just want to absorb everything and I want to show you guys. I'm going to see if I can run a periscope maybe some of the time that I'm over there. It all depends on the Wi-Fi. It all depends on how my T-Mobile works over there. Since T-Mobile worked okay when I was in Australia, but the connection speeds were so low that it was kind of hit or miss unless I paid for like the extra 4G, and that doesn't even last that long. So I will try to do something a little different this time, which I should have done while I was in Australia. I want to do video in Instagram, and then keep you guys up to date through Instagram with everything I'm doing. And that way you guys can check every single day if you wanted to, or every, I don't know, I mean, I'm probably gonna be posting like every couple hours, so it's going to be like a giant mess of things. So if you guys wanna follow that, make sure you follow me on Instagram as Latin Vixen, and that way you can see everything that's going on. So I plan on taking some cameras to Japan. Of course, I mean, I'm not gonna go over there and not take pictures. It's not just gonna be me and my iPhone. So I wanted to show you guys the main ones that I'm going to take and kind of why I like them, like real brief. I'm going to be taking the one that I'm actually recording on, which is my Sony NEX-5 T, which is a great small camera that I have, but it has interchangeable lenses and it's been awesome. I ended up getting a small pancake lens for it, and I mean, it makes a world of a difference, and it's great for video, and I really like it because it takes amazing low light video compared to some of the other cameras that I use. So I wanted to go over two of the Canons that I'm going to be taking and this tiny weird little camera that I'll show you guys. So this guy, this Canon, I got it a couple months back. I actually got it for EDC Las Vegas because I needed a camera that could take decent low light pictures, and it didn't weigh much. This thing is just awesome. So I ended up getting it when it was going on sale, and it's the G16. And this camera, even if you want to use this camera to do like, you know, selfie type videos and record yourself, it is amazing. It is so well built. It is just, this thing is sturdy. Usually I don't get a lot of Canon stuff because I'm very much a Nikon person, but I was super disappointed with a lot of the small point and shoot Nikons when I was looking for it, that I ended up going with the Canon because my boyfriend suggested it, and I am like in love with this so much. This is my go-to camera when I travel all over the place. This thing lives with me. But sometimes I want something that's, you know, has a flip screen, kind of like my Sony, which I'm looking at you right now. And it has a great flip screen and everything, but the thing about the Sony is that when you're holding it such a way, it just feels a little flimsy. Maybe it's because my hands are really small. The camera is very well built as well, but it just, I feel like I'm gonna drop it most of the time. So I ended up getting something that's a lot cheaper. So if I were to drop it, I'm not gonna cry like I would with my Sony. And it's a tiny camera, also by Canon, that is like this. It's just a really odd little camera. And they're called the Canon N2s, not the N1, because the Ns or the N1s, they only flip the screen like up to there, and that was it. And that's kind of pointless. But this one, you can flip the screen all the way up. So it makes it really easy to take like selfie videos and stuff when you're talking. And if you have small hands like I do, you can grab this camera like this. And that actually makes it pretty easy to take video and stuff. It's super weird because it doesn't have any buttons and stuff. You can't really do, you know, it's like, what is this? It's all about pressing this thing. Let's see if this focuses on it, so you can see it. You press the ring and you focus with that, and you record with that by clicking down. It's actually weird if you don't know what you're doing, so at first it just feels kind of clunky, but after you get used to it, it's a really nice camera. I take this one to the theme parks all the time. The only thing that I will complain about is this camera is kind of terrible for low lighting. I think that's been pretty much the complaint everybody's had, but it's an inexpensive camera. I can put a link to this down on the bottom. I got this one on Amazon, and you can buy it in white, pink if you're in Japan, and black. But these pop up on eBay all the time. You can get it used, and I mean, a lot of people are getting rid of these. I think it's because they're strange. But if you love bloggy type stuff and weird cameras, I guess, like I do, this is a good one to have. So these two babies are gonna be going with me all over in Japan, so it'll be nice. So aside from the Sony that I'm recording with, I have this little weird thing. I just got it because I thought it was odd, and I love weird little cameras. Check that out. So this is called a narrative clip, and you clip it to your shirt, and or you can have it on your neck, I guess. Ooh, look at that. So you just keep it there, and every 30 seconds it'll take a photo. So this will take photos, I think it's an 8 gig memory in there, I'm not sure, I'll have to double check on that. I just got it today, and it's a Narrative 1. The Narrative 2 is coming out, and I had pre-ordered that one, but it did not arrive in time, so decided to get a Narrative 1 because they're so cheap to get these guys on eBay that I decided to just buy one used because I'm going to take it to Japan, clip it on my neck like this. But if you like a picture, or you want to take a picture somewhere, you can double tap like that, and it will take a picture of whatever you have. Only thing I noticed with this one, playing with it today, is low light pictures are not great. They're kind of grainy, but if you're outside or somewhere where there's a lot of light, the narrative clip is actually awesome. Plus this thing, I mean, the battery will last you a couple of days, and then all you have to do is connect it to the computer, pass the photos in there, and it has an app, so it puts everything on your phone. You can save it, you can put it on Instagram, you can do whatever with it. It has its own app that you can upload through there. So you can take a ton of pictures all day without having to worry about taking pictures. Does it mean it's going to take good pictures? Who knows? Because I mean, I move and my hands are always going like this when I'm talking, so I mean, probably all my pictures are going to be a disaster. So I might clip it in different areas of my body just to see what it does, but we'll see. If I'm really happy with this one, it'll be really exciting to get the narrative clip too, because that one will actually include video and it's all Wi-Fi. You don't have to do all these weird connections with the computer. So I have these 3 little cameras and that one, the Sony, and I think I should be okay at least with those cameras. That's not including the GoPro Hero 4 that I'm taking, and then I'm taking one of the Sony action cams. I should have enough footage for everybody, plus the iPhone. So I'm going to tell you guys that if I don't have enough footage, that means I'm sick or I died. So I should have more than enough to show you guys. So the last thing that I wanted to discuss was the way that I'm going to be uploading. I will probably give you guys a heads up through Instagram on if there's going to be a video coming up on YouTube, so it's not just like, oh, random Val decided to post videos today because she woke up and it's just being weird about it. No, I just want to make sure you guys know. If you guys, again, want to see something, make sure you tell me, because I am going to be running around like a chicken with her head cut off, and I might not be able to focus on everything at once. It's like, oh, I want to touch everything. So yeah, that's pretty much my update for now. That is going to be my travel craziness. It's going to start in LA, and then it's going to end up going to Tokyo. Halloween, because Halloween is going to be in Japan. I'm going to be taking a costume, but not a giant costume. I really, really wanted to go as Carmen Sandiego. Yeah. Because I like travel, and I think it would have been really cute, and a sweet hat and everything, but I didn't have enough time to figure out an outfit, and I'm traveling kind of light, or attempting to. The camera gear doesn't count because I always travel heavy with those, but I'm going to be dressing up as Waldo. Yay! So I'm going to also try to do some urbex while I'm there. I can't guarantee that I'll be able to get into all the places that I want to get. At least I know one place I'm going to try extra hard to get into it. So I will keep you guys up to date with that as well, and hopefully no one gets arrested. Yay. I really hope I don't get arrested. But yeah, that would be bad. But there's a bunch of other stuff I do want to talk about. I will be going to, just real brief because I don't want to make this video longer than it already is, going to be going to Disney Seas, which is, I know they have two of them. It's like Disney Tokyo with like Magic Kingdom kind of thing. Disney Seas seems extremely different. It's also very close to the first apartment that we're staying at. I think it'll be really fun to spend Halloween there, so I plan on dressing up as Waldo, running around Disney, taking videos there, and writing everything. So yeah, expect like crazy disaster on that stuff. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of this video. This is my new room. Too much rambling, I think. Check out my sweet shirt. Yeah, who doesn't like Nickelodeon 90s? Look at this. And if you guys want to leave me any comments below, great. And I hope to do more blog style stuff starting next week. And I hope you guys don't hate me by the end of the 2 weeks of me just jamming away into the camera and eating everything. So I'll talk to you guys later and have a good night because it's nighttime on my time. Bye.